welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
That's my heart.
Philadelphia, it's time to play! Please welcome your defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles!
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Led his team to one of the best regular seasons in the NFL last season, but really elevated his play during the postseason, and once again was a monster in the Super Bowl. He's led his team to at least 11 wins in each of the last 3 seasons. He doesn't expect this year to be any different.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Smith here. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
28-yard line.
He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Offside, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. A 10-play drive that time. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And he's coming off of an injury-shortened season where he only played in 8 games, but he's hoping to get back to an all-pro level that he played at a year before. Now, with new weapons in town, he and his team believe they can go deep in the playoffs and have a major impact.
That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official.
Still first down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Play action now. Prescott. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Prescott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
First down, Cowboys.
Up the middle, it's Williams. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Now Prescott. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
His kick is
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Not a whole lot there on first and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Another try for Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
It's now third and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Elliott on for the field goal.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. Prescott to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
6 yards. And it's third
down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Now Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
12 yards. That's good for an Eagles.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good with a PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Officially, they'll call that a 9-yard pickup there, so it leaves them in a good spot. 2nd and inches forthcoming. On play action, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First down, Dallas.
Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically, it's that outside player.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Cowboy first down.
Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Give him 9 on the scramble there, and it'll leave him with a second and just a couple of inches.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Prescott to throw this time. This one swung out to Williams. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Prescott now. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jalen Carter make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
That swung out wide to Sanders. That he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Miles Sanders from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense and the veteran A.J. Brown set to go to work once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Throwing is Hurts. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here is third and quite a ways. Looking to throw. Smith catches left side. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
It's a turnover on down.
To throw is Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Second and a couple.
Brings up second down at the 33-yard line.
Here's Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Prescott from the gun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
The 47-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Look at the big man rumble. And down right around the 37. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And it'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
That's another Eagles first down.
Back to throw again. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. This 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts
Brings up 2nd down.
as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Hurts. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
At the 42-yard line.
A man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in an Eagle uniform, it's Miles Sanders.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Now Prescott. Finding Pickens for another catch. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Brings up 4th down.
To the air again, Prescott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down. They'll run with Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Oh, they'll run the option right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Cowboys take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Throwing is Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action with Hurts. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
That's good for another Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Prescott to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he gets it down to the 32.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Jahad Campbell
in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
And the Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down. A handoff to Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
They'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd down at the 28-yard line.
Prescott down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
A gain of 21 yards.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Left side here to Sanders. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pull it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That's good.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Hurts going to give this to Shipley.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On second down, another run for Dillon. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.